This video is for 2nd grade lesson 29, and I'll be going over each section, solving some questions. The first section is called subtraction, and as it says, we're using subtraction to solve these type of problems. I'll start off with number 1, which says 599 minus 8. When you're doing these type of problems, you always have to make sure that you put the numbers in the correct places, ones with ones, tens with tens, and hundreds with hundreds places. So 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. 0 minus 1, 9 minus 0 is 9. And 5 minus 0 is 5. So we know that the answer for number 1 is 591. I'll also do number 7, which is 531 minus 7. In the previous example, the top, which is 9, was greater than 8. But now looking at this number 7, we see that the floor, which is 7, is bigger than the top, which is 1. So in this case, we will have to borrow 10 from the tens place, and that is 3. And because of that, 3 is going to become 2. Because 30 minus 10 is 20, and 2 is in tens place, and 1 is going to become 11 because it is 10 plus 1. So now you would have to do 11 minus 7, and when you do 11 minus 7, you would get 4, and 2 just brought down, or 2 minus 0 is 2, and 5 minus 0 or brought down is 5. So for the answer, you would get 524 for number 7. I'll be also doing number 12. Number 12 is 465 minus 34. 5 minus 4 is 1. 6 minus 3 is 3. And 4 minus 0 brought down is 4. So the answer for number 12 will be 431. Moving on to the next section, you have rounding numbers, and it asks us to round to the nearest 10. Starting with number 2. Number 2, the tens place is 3, which is the first number, and you would have to think if 32 is closer to 30 or 40, because it's rounding to tens. Because there is only 8 difference between, there's two difference in 30 and 32, and there is 8 difference in between 32 and 40. We know that it should be rounded down to 30. We'll also look at number 8, which is 27. Looking at 27, 2 is the tens place, so we'll be looking at if 27 is closer to 20 or 30. There is 7 difference between 20 and 27, and there is 3 differences in between 27 and 30. Because 27 and 30 is closer, we're going to round up this time to 30. I'll be doing number 4 as the last problem on this section. Now 404, because now it's in hundred. Now the greatest place is hundreds place. We'll be looking at tens place, which is in the middle. It's no longer the first, but it's the second because it is 3-digit number. Now we will be then looking at if 404 is closer to 400 or 410. Between 400 and 404, there is 4 difference, and between 404 and 410, there is 6 difference. Because 400 and 404 is closer, we would round down this time to 400. Moving on to the next question. We have parts of whole. I'll be only doing number 1 for this section. And it first asks total equal parts. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. So you would put 4 total equal parts. And then it asks shaded parts. There is only one shaded part right here. So we're going to put 1. And then after that, it asks for a fraction. For this type of question, you have to remember in this section that it's going to be shaded parts over total. So for this question, number 1, the answer will be 1 over 4. Because 4 is the total equal parts, and 1 is the shaded parts. Moving on to next section, it is our last section, and it's about word problems. I'll be doing number 2. Casey spent 5 minutes jogging around the neighborhood, 15 minutes playing basketball, 20 minutes playing tennis, and 13 minutes jump roping. How long did Casey exercise for? So we have to get, so for the total amount of time she exercised. So we're going to use addition. So, and we will add 5, 15, 20, and 13. Let's start by adding 15 and 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, so we will put 1 over here and 0 over here. 1 plus 1 is 2, so we have 20. Now 20 plus 20 is 0 plus 0 is 0, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So we have 40, so 4. And now we're going to do 40 plus 13. 40 plus 13. 0 plus 3 is 3, and 4 plus 1 is 5, so we get 53. She exercised for 53 minutes.